more energy to the people, you know, education, knowledge, each one teach one. Yeah, so you know, it's been a while, but nonetheless we are here and we come to spread more vibes. How would
Yes, good night to everybody, and welcome again to Moun Sewye Monday Night Live. And it's been a while since we've had a live, so we got here with to speak and hear the feedback of the people over the past few months while we've been away. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Let me do it tonight. Yeah, so it's been almost 6 months since our last Monday Night Live, and we've been in hiatus observing the things that are going on in Dominica without saying much to see whether or not the message was reaching the people, to see the people reaction to things that have been happening to them, to see the leadership that has been taking place, and the type of policies that the public have been subjected to from various aspects of society. And yeah, we're ready to speak on matters and lead our people out of the doldrums. Because right now, leadership out of our present situation is very important. Don't you think, Mr. Maggie?
Yeah, definitely. And for a lot of people would be saying that we've been talking for too long, and it's time to turn it up and take it to another level. But communication is the key. We have to, in order for us to act and to do what we have to do with confidence, we have to understand, we have to know, each one have to teach one, we have to, you know, understand what is going on and how do we deal with the situation, because that's what it is in essence. A lot of people, they don't like the situation, but they don't know how to deal with the situation. They want to deal with it, but they don't know what way is the right way, what way, you know, is a way down they wouldn't get in trouble, stuff like that. And this is the key, understanding how governance work and how to supervise it, because in essence these people, they're working for us, and we have to, this is what we need to everywhere to grasp, that we are the employers of the government, you know so we need to understand that clearly. And once we understand that we are supervisors, then we'll have to take our responsibilities as supervisors to supervise the government so that we can have good governance.
Well, yes, Maggie, what you're saying in a nutshell is true. But, not no but, no, but in addition to, we as a people must start to reshape our mind, because our mind is our greatest hindrance to the change that we want. Because if you go out there and you ask anybody, any average adult, what is the situation, they'll give you a negative response as to what the situation is. So right now it's about our mindset. How willing are we to reset our mind, to rethink old ideas, to put new ideas in our head, and most important, to act on those ideas once those ideas have been embedded in us and we understand that these ideas are for the betterment of each and every one of us, just not just the very selected few, but all of us. And that is what we have to try to achieve, the resetting of our mind so that we can do, not just talk about doing, not just think about doing, but actually achieve the doing that we want to. Because we all of us cannot cry the same cry and not know how to come together and solve the problem. Yes, we might have different ideas. That is why coming together we can talk the ideas and have a good solution as to the way forward, because the present situation is dismal.
Definitely. Dismal is not even strong enough a word, but trust me, we have to, like you say, everybody will not have the same idea, same way, but that is why we need to come together. The key word there is together. We need to come together, and we need to each one, let's reason, let's thrash it, let's discuss, and let's find, the best ways. Let's get the best. Let's find the best solutions and move forward. But we can't be move outside. Let me do it, or shift. Let me do it. No, we do it together. Together we achieve more. You know. So we can't be one set where I want to beat my chest and say it's me that make it happen. No, you can't do it by yourself. No matter what you think. That process is a serious process that it cannot it's not it cannot take. You know, it have to take a togetherness to make it happen. You know what I mean? We have to come together to move that mountain because it's a mountain right now. It has for years it has been piling up, and it is right now it's solid. So for us to deal with that, it's gonna take a togetherness effort.
For us to deal with this situation right now, again, the first message to the people out there, we have to build up our strength of mind. We have to shed our doubt, confidence in ourselves and our ability to effect change. Yes, we are single individuals, and we may feel that our effort by ourselves will not make the difference. But I assure you, every drop of water fills the bucket. Every man that decides to act upon the ideas that will be presented coming forth, we will achieve. And that is what we have to put in our mind. We have to dispel that negative notion that Dominica, that there we. That is the first notion we have to dispel out of our mind. That is the first correction that we have to go under mentally. Is the Dominica, that negative ideology that nothing good can happen out of Dominica because we think in negative. And we have to change that ideology that we have, that Dominica, that there we, where is nothing good can happen to Dominica, that there we, good things can happen for us in Dominica. We have to change that mindset into a positive vibe. We have to reset how we look at things, how we analyze things, how we critically think of things that happen in Dominica and to us, and how we feel that we should make a change. Right now we have to become a little more aggressive in the desires that we want and the effects that we want and the change that we need, because all of us feeling it. You cannot talk to the schoolboy and he understand. You cannot talk to the young schoolgirl, she knows what is going on. The adults, the old people understand that everybody's suffering. People might be pretending that they're doing good, they buy a car, they build a house, but the suffering is still the same, the struggle is still the same. Each of us in the same struggle. But our first reality, our first hurdle we have to get over is the mentality that we cannot do. We can do, we will do, and this is only the beginning of the journey. Because everybody wants to think we can go from 0 to 100 in Dominica and just, no, we have to build up our courage now, my people. Each and every one of us have to encourage the next man to speak his problems, speak it loud and clear. And we have to speak of solutions to the problems that we have so that the ideas can contend and we can form the best solution for all of us as a people. Because the solutions that presently being presented or that being stuffed down our throat is not in the best interest of all of us. It's in the best interest of a selected few.
Definitely. And as you mentioned, the young people, just is the situation, everyday situations. The people like you say, it's a mindset, like some youngsters here, and it's always saying in their mind is, oh, I just want to come out there, I just want to live there, I don't passing back there, and I have to tell them like, understand that we go in and come here all you come in and all you care just say you just leaving it and go in because you feel like nothing can be done. You know what is you know what is the problem, and you know what is needed. You all it's all you. Right now it's all you. Time coming, all you is now. So all you have to make all the voices be heard. All you have a say. Don't feel like all you do have a say and it's them, man. And that's where the education coming in place and the sharing of the knowledge to make everybody understand that we're not employees, we're not civilians that just you know like what do you call them, subordinates. What is call this people that's like peasants or
Subordinates,
whatever.
peasants, subordinates.
No, yeah, we're not. That's not what we are. We are the heads. We are the bosses. We are the supervisors. We need to understand that, and the civic education, the responsibility of the civilian. These things need to be taught. And the truth has to be revealed, and people have to come out and share the truth. Be brutally honest with one another, and teach the youths and them the truth. Tell them the truth. Stop making them feel like they have to listen to you and you in charge and things like that. Nah, everybody, everybody have a role to play and a responsibility to supervise, and because we know what we want, so we have to. You just people can't just shove things on your throat, because it's the government and it's the manager. No, it's our business. The Dominica is all of us business, and we have people managing our business. And if they're not doing certain things that making us comfortable, they have us uncomfortable, we have to speak. We have to straighten things out. We have to find out how do we go about dealing with the matter of straightening them out and making them do it properly. You know what I mean? That's important.
Well, yes, Maggie. We have to people have to understand of the system that we are governed under, how it works, the laws that governs the people that are in charge of the system. But before we reach to all that, Maggie, it's really about we the Dominican people understanding our situation and deciding now to act on our situation rather than sitting back and being basically victims in our own home.
Correct.
And over the next few months and the next few weeks to the next few months, we're going to have serious conversations that the Dominican society should be having if we truly want change to occur. Because we cannot have change or the fostering of new ideas without having some difficult conversations that we have to face them as a people. And when we start having those conversations and we embrace those conversations and we speak about them honestly, then we can begin to look to the direction of changing what is happening. But we have to be serious about those conversations, honest about those conversations. And most important, we cannot be partisan about those conversations because we're looking for the solution that helping the majority of Dominicans, not just a few Dominicans, because we have quite a bit to talk about in the next few weeks. Because in Dominica at the present moment, the word reform has been branded to electoral reform. And when you hear the word electoral reform, your mind automatically goes to electoral reform. But in Dominica at present, we need reforms on a lot of things. We need reform in our educational systems.
That's right.
We need reform in our agricultural systems. We need major reforms in our law and order systems. Reforms in the executive system, constitutional reform, sporting reform. We have to broaden our mind when we speak on the word reform.
Sure.
and not just could be caught up in the politicians' party of electoral reform, when there are many things that in Dominica requiring our urgent attention and our immediate action. Taking, for example, our healthcare system needs major reforms for it to benefit all of Dominica. Because
100%.
at present, we have a situation where the average man fears going to the hospital, and that should not be the case.
Correct, brother.
We had a time where our healthcare system was top notch,
Yeah, man.
ranking among OECS countries. And this is what we must achieve once again. A healthcare system that is working for the people of Dominica, not against the people of Dominica.
Correct.
But we have to face the harsh reality and have the conversation of our healthcare system without our partisan divide. We have to share the partisan divide because our health is universal. That it is a universal problem. It's not a party problem of any kind. It's a every
Everybody
Dominican
Everybody.
problem.
Yeah, man.
And when we speak about supporting the hospital and supporting our healthcare system, we collectively have to show support, not find reasons to divide ourselves among things that we know is to the benefit of all of us. Medicine in the hospital is a universal benefit. It is not a one-person benefit. So we have to discuss the matters without partisan divide right now. We have to bridge the gap so we can go forward and reform the systems in Dominica that are working against the people of Dominica. You know, Maggie?
Yeah, man. And to me, electoral reform to me, that's the list of all the reforms that we need, in my opinion. Because if we don't, even if we achieve electoral reform, these other reforms, to me, these are the priorities, especially health. That's the most critical one. Healthcare, education, you know. These reforms, yeah, these are more, and so the word reform has been, like you say, when you hear that, all you're thinking of is electoral reform because that's what you're ringing in your head. But, you know, yeah, electoral reform is a need, you know, it's necessary, but across the board, reformation is critical, you know what I mean? And it's time for us to grasp that and, you know, start to take action towards it because it's not. We can't leave it up to, it cannot leave the responsibility up to the managers and the, you know, the politicians and the government only because for them it's like you tell somebody fix something for you. Yeah, they'll tell you, okay, I have a much different appointments there, but I will get to it. But it's to you, it's critical. I need my thing fixed, you know, because it's critical to me. If I don't fix it, my thing will spoil, things will, you know what I mean? So you have to take on your own now and, you know, push to ensure that these things happen, you know, in a manner where, you know, of urgency. You feel me? So we need, as a people, to not to stop sitting by and just relaxing and you know, not negating our responsibility and feel like we're not responsible for for the things that are happening and because we hire some people to do that we just kind of sit back and then everything is just bodudu. Everything that's supposed to just happen like that. Nah, you have to be. It's human nature, as human being. There have to be supervision. You can't make somebody do a thing for you, and there's no supervisor, and the person gonna take their time and do whatever. You know, they can relax, they can do whatever. You know, but when there's a supervisor and you have time and you have consequences for when things are done on time and this kind of thing, then this way you're gonna have more things happen in a more you know, effective manner. So we really need to start to supervise. We need to understand that we are the supervisors of the managers of Dominica. And in order for things to happen, we have to take that role seriously. That responsibility is a serious responsibility. We cannot just sit aside and look. and complain and say this is not happening, how come this is not happening? Yeah, because you're leaving it up to people and they have to check their sin too. They have their responsibility for themselves to live their life. But you have to make them know, hey, we employ you and you have to put in the work, put in the hour. You're not doing, the thing properly. Therefore, you know, we need to get somebody else to do it. But we feel like the way we have is like these people are responsible, and if they're not doing it properly, it's they that can hire, they that can fire, and no, it's we. And we have to wait for the election cycle for us to do it. You have to just vote of no confidence. You're not doing what we tell you to do that. Build that so, and you just keep building that crooked, and we tell you stop. We need to, you still, we need to get you fired. We have to fire you and hire somebody else. So the people now, they want to do that, they understand that, but they don't know how. So we need to, that's where the education is important. It's a revolution of the mind. It's not, it's mental, the mindset. And the Constitution gives us all, that book there, that book by Alec Lawrence. It's an important book. What's the title? Something the government and you. Something the government and you. That book there.
The Constitution, the government.
And you, yes, that book, the Constitution, the government and you. This is an important book. And this is a book that we need to teach our youth and teach each other. We should take that book there and yeah, he'll make some money, but it's worth it. We need to get that book and start to have classes, call have forums, bring people together and discuss. Go through it, brothers. Brothers and sisters, let's go through this book and let us learn how governance, how it works, the roles and responsibilities of us as the civilians, our civic rights and responsibility. We need to learn and understand it. It's very critical.
Well, yes, understanding your civic rights and responsibility is very important. Knowing how your government functions is very, very important. Because when you know the rules of your government, then you will know when the politicians are breaking the procedure of the government, which is never a good thing. And it have examples of where the government has clearly breached the constitution, breached procedure, and you hear nothing being said about it. And that is because a lot of people are very ignorant of how the system in Dominica works. A lot of people are ignorant of the constitution of Dominica. A lot of people are ignorant of laws that govern the things and activities that they themselves are involved in. And that kind of ignorance, my people, does lead to abuse by the system on people, and does lead to other people, the people that know and have bad intentions to take advantage of the knowledge for which they have. So it is on us as a people, it is not in our school system, but is it on us as parents, as elder ones, to demand that the government implement civics in school, the teaching of our constitution, because without the base knowledge of our constitution by the majority of our public, we cannot begin to speak about reforming the constitution, because people have to have a base understanding of the constitution. So when the conversation of constitutional reform comes up, people will understand what it is that the reforms going to do, the impacts of those reforms, how those reforms going to make the system better. But first we have to know the base constitution as it is, and we have to demand, aggressively demand, not just sit back and allow people to speak and not do nothing. We have to want it. We have to want greater ambition for our children in Dominica at the present moment. And one of that ambition is ensuring that our children learn about the constitution of Dominica, how government functions, branches of government, important social institutions and their role, the statutory bodies of government enacted by government and their rules, such as DOASCO, such as public works. We as a people need to understand the function of those things and how how would I say it now, the lack of productive functionality of those bodies affect our society. The lack of good stewardship of people that watching for the flock in charge of those institutions. We have to understand. We in Dominica just take it for granted too often that somebody else is going to take up the responsibility of changing Dominica for you, or for us, or for me. But the responsibility of changing Dominica in our current situation comes down to us as a people wanting better for ourselves and wanting better aggressively. If you want better, you have to support the ideas that bring better. You cannot want better and support the ideas that bring bad. That cannot work. If you know they are corrupted people, you cannot support them getting into office. That goes against our interests. If you know a policy is bad, that is against the interests of the people of Dominica, against your interests, you have to speak about it. You cannot stay silent. Nobody going to come and speak for you. They're going to come and speak for themselves. And if you support what the person is saying, then you have to show up and support. You might not be able to articulate the words, but the physical support of being there to back up, important. The financial support to make the message go further, important. To have different ways people can support change in Dominica. And we have to build that up slowly. We wouldn't expect 1,000 Dominicans, 10,000 Dominicans in the streets of Roseau tomorrow. It's not so that going to work. We have to build it up. 2, 4, 6, 8. We have to make people understand what it is they're going to do, what it is their action is about, the policies they're going to support, the policies of change they're going to want to see. We have to learn to support in Dominica. Not just in words on this side, but in physical presence, and at times in finance if you can afford to support a cause that you believe in. Because things doesn't happen by yourself, my people.
Trust me.
It doesn't. And when you put yourself, and I don't say, and I catch my words, when you put yourself in a mindset, is only God ready, God ready, God ready, you will stay stuck, my people.
Child bless well bless self.
400 years of slavery, the religion was used as a weapon against people. Instead of they fighting for their right, they sat down and they waited for salvation. And we as Dominican people, the people of Dominica, we sit down waiting for salvation from somebody when we as a nation must deliver ourselves from this unrighteous situation we find ourselves in. But the first way we're getting out of that is to change the mindset. Is Dominica that there we?
Yeah.
As in nothing good can happen from for Dominicans or for Dominica. This is the mindset that we have to change. If we cannot get over that mindset, if we cannot build the confidence of us as a people, of wanting greatness for us as a country, not just fancy infrastructure, airports, not just fancy hotels, but the development of us as a people is what we have to be concerned about. Because no matter how much mariners we build in Dominica, if the wealth of the people, if the education and the confidence of the people cannot grow, what is the point? Really, my people, ask yourself that question up there. if the confidence of the people cannot grow with all what is happening, what is the point of it? Because our people not growing. In fact, we're getting more hopeless. We're getting more desperate. We're getting more devious. We're getting more dangerous to one another. But we have a problem we have to face. Bad leadership, a bad system that against the people. And we must educate ourselves against the system that against us as a people. We have law and order to fix in Dominica. I am man is from the streets. There's a break laws in my life to make it. But where laws have to be upheld in high office, we have to see to it as a people, law and order is followed. Because if we cannot keep law and order in high office, we can never keep law and order on the ground. And the first place we have to correct law and order is in high places. We have to clean up our judiciary system to make it more efficient for our people. We have to make the police understand their role in the society, in a democracy. Because at present, our police clearly do not know and understand their role within our system and within our society as a democracy. We have to face the realities. It's going to be difficult, my people. Let nobody try and tell you it's pata papa and everything going and change overnight. We have to encourage each other every day. We have to encourage the young ones to be aggressive about change. We have to encourage everybody to be aggressive
Be involved.
about change. Get involved, be involved. Don't stay away. Don't wait for your neighbor to go. Make your neighbor see you there first. Our mindset have to change. Dominica, that there we have to stand for us being able to achieve things, not for us being hopeless. First hurdle we must cross is our negative mindset of our people. Our negative mindset towards each other is the first hurdle we have to cross in order for us to change.
Correct,
In
brother.
order for us to bring about a different, more prosperous Dominica, we have to have the confidence in ourselves and in the next man delivering good to each other. I don't know what you think about that, man.
Yeah, man, bro. Yeah, you saying it. What you saying is absolutely correct, brother. And like you say, it's the Dominica that there we, and it's so it is, and we meet it so, and no, we have to be, we have to be involved. We have to contribute towards the change and towards what we want to see, towards what we want to feel, towards what we want to achieve. We have to play our part. You know what I mean? We cannot just check like, is that there, boy? Let me go somewhere else. How come when we go, a DA man go somewhere else, a DA man live and go somewhere, Texas somewhere, and he apply himself in certain areas. When you do check yourself, that man is a head man in charge, because of his ability and the thing he capable of. But he was in Dominica and he was looking like they was watching him like nothing, you know. I always use myself for example because you have to use yourself as a simple man. You don't have no high, resource, no big office, no big thing. But through the sports, the amount of youths are able to help,
I don't want to interrupt you, man. But the reason why you're able to do what you're doing is the same thing I try to convey to the people. You have the confidence, in the youths and their ability to achieve.
Yes, brother.
And that is the type of confidence we have to have for each other.
Rasta.
That the next man going to hold his head, the next man going to be
Yeah.
able to do. We have to believe
In each other.
in
Yes,
Dominica
brother.
right now. Because if we don't believe in each other, look around you.
Yes.
The Chinese are doing all the work.
Correct.
The Chinese are building Dominica.
Correct, brother.
Not us are sweating and pounding our finger in hammer to build up our nation. We have to have confidence in the ideas of our people.
Correct, my brother.
Right now, it's all about the confidence of us
Us, yeah,
as a
man.
nation.
Yeah, in
Because right now
ourselves and in each other.
we demoralize.
Yep,
We have our energy low,
yep,
our fire low,
yep.
our spark low.
Trust me.
We need to find our mojo, our confidence as a people. The environment tough in Dominica. If you have the confidence, you will go forth and do something. And right now, we have to have the confidence, the knowledge, the wisdom, the ability to challenge our system and change it.
Yes, that is it, my brother.
No, we
It's not
cannot
working.
replace it. We
No,
have to change it
It's not working for
in
us.
our way that it's going to work for
Yeah, man.
us.
Rearrange.
Again, we have to reform things.
That's right, brother.
Not just talk about electoral reforms. We need reform
Across the board.
Across the board.
Total reformation.
We need educational reform.
Yeah.
For example, for me, we should have local video programming for our young children.
Correct.
Not just consuming that
American
American
thing,
or whatever
yeah.
that coming out overseas. Our creative people should be encouraged to make video
local,
production for young children in
man.
kindergarten.
Local
These are things we
cartoon.
should be supporting as a people to promote our culture going forward.
For sure, brother.
We have ways we can catch ourselves,
Yes.
but we have to be willing to do it.
Yeah,
we
man.
have to have the confidence in going to work.
Yes. We need to invest in it.
We need to
Invest in
invest in
each
our
other.
people.
Yeah, man, in our people.
Because clearly, our people are not being invested in.
Nope.
Our economy for
Yeah.
us as local people are not being invested in.
Correct, brother. Yeah, man. We need to have them cartoons. We need to have some cartoon of our history.
Yes.
We can relive our history for cartoons,
Yes.
for cartoons for the youth. Them youths
Our
can
children have
learn.
to watch
Yeah,
them
man.
thing.
Yeah, man.
They can watch our vibes to catch. It can be Nickel Creole.
Yeah, man.
It can be taught.
How the
We have
banana
create-
was, the banana days. You can relive those kind of things.
We have creative people. We have visual people.
Yeah.
We can implement ideas like that. Have new ideas, new things that we as a people can embark on.
For sure.
We cannot just think shallow, and we have to dispel that mindset. It's Dominica that they're we. It's so it is. It's so we meet it. Yes, it's so we meet it,
Yeah. You have to
but it's not so we live in it right
no,
now.
man. You have to make an impact. You have to.
It's not so it is. It's so it was. Because
Yes.
we're going to change it.
Yeah, man.
That's the mindset we have to pick up right about now. And I want to address, you see that thing of people having fear of those fellas having money. Money doesn't beat hope, my brother.
Definitely not.
Money doesn't beat hope.
You better believe that, Rasta.
We see it in sports. The biggest teams just lose to the smallest teams.
Correct.
Because the smaller team have more hope.
Hope, yeah.
The smaller team have more courage. Small axe fall big tree.
Yeah, man.
It wouldn't fall it fast,
Yes.
but it will fall it.
Yes.
And that's the kind of a confidence we have to have. So my message to us as a people tonight is we have to find our self-esteem back.
Yes, brother.
We have to find our courage back as a people.
Yeah.
We have to link with our history.
man.
We have to know what we're losing.
Yeah.
And we have to want to fight for it. We have to want to deliver it for our grandchildren right about now.
Stop looking elsewhere for leadership. Look within yourself.
Yes.
That is it, my brother. Stop saying who will be, if not him is who. What about you? We have to look within ourselves. You know what I mean? We cannot just keep looking outwards. We have to look inwards, and that's something that that has been ringing in my head. Stop looking outward and telling them they need to do this, they need to do that. What about you? Why don't you do it? My cousin tell me that once. I was saying that we need to do a sports, Creole sports. Like you have Creole festival, we need to do a music festival, we need to do a Creole sports festival. And I keep saying they need to do it. She said, "What's they? What about why don't you do it?" And I say, "For real, okay." And now we're working towards it, and it's something that's coming. And so we need to believe in each other, and we need to believe in ourselves first of all, and then each other, and understand that we can come together and make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that is the key. Believing in ourselves, caring for ourselves. As Pyro say,
Yeah, man. Self care.
self-care,
Yeah, man. Self love.
self-love. We have to find our mojo back. We cannot allow weak politicians to demoralize our will as a people. We cannot afford to have weak leaders demoralizing us as a people right about now. We see what the world have. We see the struggles of the world. It's only the united people are doing the best. No divided people doing good in the world. And we are an example of a divided people that not doing good in the world. No country not 100% together. That's impossible. When the majority together on good ideas, a country will be prosperous. And when we're making decisions for the majority of us, a country will be prosperous. We have to find the courage within ourselves to do what is to do. The discussions will be difficult, the actions will be even harder, but they have to be done if we choose to want better. Ideas such as an interim government, depending on how things go, we have to be ready for such discussion. Because some of us don't want to wait 5 years and 3 years under the level of sufferation that we facing. So if we as a people, when we demand change, and that change is asking the government to resign, we have to think of an interim government. And we have to pave the way for an interim government. We have to create the environment for the new leaders to want to come and lead us. We have to create the environment where the citizens will be able to support the leader and criticize the leader. And nobody don't feel no way because that is the way the system have to work. It's only when we say we have a problem, it can be corrected. But Dominicans have to face the reality of our situation and what must be done in order to change it. We have to reform ourselves, and then we can go forth and reform the system for the betterment of all of us. So again, big up to all the viewers that tune in to listen to us tonight on Facebook, on YouTube, and we greatly appreciate it. And that is just the first step in the journey for real change in Dominica, the effect of real change. Because the movement has started like a snowball. It's going to get rolling, others going to get on board, and there are others on board already.
For sure.
Right now is to go into the communities and spread the message of change.
Yeah.
To spread the message of
Change.
to spread the message of man to man, woman to woman, but we have to face the reality and we have to speak up, my people.
Yeah, man. Right now we're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back.